Show.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton with Jim Rutledge and Matt Hamilton, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN.
Giannis and Jordan Love,
Ryan,
2 peas in the pod.
Ryan, so we have it when you quote Alex Strofe on that if Jordan Love is not the Giannis of the Green Bay Packers, he is a failure.
Yeah.
Throw
Throw it up.
There you go.
That's the quote.
There you go. The Christmas start of the show. Congratulations.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio. With Matt Hamilton, here's Jim Rutledge.
Pandemonium is at the Everlight Solar Studio. I'm Alex Strofe with you. I'll be joined momentarily by Jim Rutledge, who has no idea where his headphones are.
Great banner start to the show today.
Yeah, banner start. All right. It is Rutledge and Hamilton. It is presented by Coors Light. Ryan, when the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
Indeed, as I think Jim Rutledge has located his headphones. It looks as if he has.
Jim looks like he could use a Coors right now.
Yeah, he does look like he could use a Coors right now. He's had a week, man. He was sick. He's still battling that. Now he's lost his headphones. Welcome back, Jim.
Stop touching my stuff. According to WebMD, I guess I'm officially basically drunk anyways. I looked it up.
Wouldn't doubt that.
Because I think I mentioned this yesterday of this haze you have when you have a cold.
Yeah.
So I looked it up, and it is a thing. And doctors kind of equate it to being buzzed or maybe even a little bit drunk. So Coors Light it is. The mountains blue know what to do.
And that's Crush a Coors Light. I'm looking on our stream.
Yeah.
I look like a child.
Yeah, I didn't quite get time to set it up properly, so you do look very tiny compared to Jim.
I've called attention to it. Let's fix it on the air.
I'm trying right now, but it doesn't want to zoom in for some reason. Give me a minute.
All right, you do what you got to do, buddy. What's up, Jimmy?
Nothing much, Tiny. Why do you look like a child? I haven't seen the stream yet.
It's just really zoomed out. So I'm using that camera to your right there. And it's just you can see the entire table, while yours is over my head here, and it's zoomed right in on you.
Baby Strofe.
I look like Baby Strophe.
I am Groot.
I'm going to see that tonight.
Oh, you'll love it.
I'm very excited. Yeah, 8:15 tonight. I'm looking forward to having a drink and watching Guardians of the Galaxy.
I agree. You will not be disappointed with this one.
Saw it?
I did. I saw it.
Okay. This is the
Monday,
third one, right?
Third one, correct.
Okay,
Volume 3, actually, not just chapter 3. Volume.
Is the
3.
music amazing as always?
Yeah, could be better. Could be the best.
Really?
I will say this part of it.
Yeah,
It's not
don't
giving anything away.
Yeah.
But I love Guardians of the Galaxy because it introduces my kids to new music, so now they are very much into the Beastie Boys.
Oh, yeah. And you are. You're a big Beastie Boys guy yourself.
So my daughter looked at me when the song came on, literally leaned forward because Nola was sitting next to me and Rosie was sitting next to my wife on the other side. Yeah. So she leans forward and looks at me and just shakes her head because she heard the Beastie Boys and was like, oh, man, Dad likes this. You must have incredibly long arms, so we've changed the video because in my screen, I see your weird arms coming through. So that might be something to work on as well. Your arms must be longer than Matt Hamilton.
No, so what happens there is Matt often, whenever he gets excited and jumps out of his chair, his head will cut you off. But that's just something we got to deal with. It's the locations of the camera.
Unbelievable. All righty.
Is your mic still broken? Yeah, because you're using the other one now.
Nobody's told me otherwise, so I'm just sitting here. Has someone come in to fix anything?
There was engineers here yesterday, but I don't know if that was what they were addressing.
I don't know what the engineers do here, really, ever.
No, me neither.
So, we got a lot to talk about today, but like I said, I
didn't sleep well last night.
Why not?
I slept on the couch.
You in trouble?
No, I'm actually not even in the doghouse. I did it by choice. In fact, you could probably put my lady in the doghouse. I left the room at 1 a.m. She was doing this thing. So she's a snorer to begin with. That I can deal with. But she was doing this thing nonstop at 1:30 in the morning, where she's like, it's like a click. It's like she's clearing her throat.
That's annoying.
But it's consistent. It was just consistent. It wouldn't stop. And I finally woke her up at 1:30, and I was like, hey, I love you. Can you please stop doing this? She's like, why are you crabby? She says to me. I go, I'm not crabby. I'm just trying to sleep, and I can't do this when you're going in my ear every 10 seconds. And so she's like, all right, sorry, my bad. No less than 3 minutes later, Jim, in my left ear. And I literally just yelled out loud, I'm done. I walked out of the room. I curled up on my tiny-ass couch, and I slept there.
Love seat or couch, then?
It's a couch. It's bigger than a love seat.
Does it have 2 or 3 cushions?
2.
Okay.
But it's it's not big. It might have 3 actually, but it's small. Like I'm 6'3". I did not fit on the couch. My legs were hanging over, so I just like curled up.
Okay.
Slept there till 7 this morning. Then I moved to the bed for like another hour, and then we called it a day. So I probably got like 5 hours of sleep.
I can sleep well really anywhere. So if there is an issue of,
I feel like most men can.
yeah, that's probably
Because I didn't wake up at all throughout the night, but it wasn't a good. Like I was curled up, I was on my side. Like it was a no good night of sleep.
When I lived by myself off a fish hatchery, I had an apartment that you have the window AC or whatever. Not even a window AC. It's like
those
the
things
wall.
rock.
Horrible because it was in one room and it was the main room, which means the
living room.
Yeah, which means the bedroom was hot as hell. Like it was unsleepable. When it was warm, when I was on the top floor, the sun was beating in all day and then heat rises. So I had a sectional couch that I would then, when I wanted to go to bed, if I was ambitious, I would just put it together.
Oh, smart.
And then I would blast the air because I like it super cool when I sleep as well, especially from living in Florida. So 844-770-3776. Can you sleep anywhere? Where's the weirdest place you've slept? 844-770-3776. I slept in a bathtub on my bachelor party. I definitely... That was by choice. I was obviously really...
you were not keeping much down, I would go ahead.
Right, but I was sober enough. I don't think I ended up getting sick, but I was sober enough where I was like, if it's going to happen, I just want to be in the shower and like just go to either throw up in the shower or just make it to the tub.
I love that your bachelor party was in your favorite city in the state of Wisconsin.
It's not a bad place for a bachelor party with the Wisconsin Dells.
Yeah.
I mean, because I grew up near Milwaukee, it's not exciting to me. Like, Milwaukee's fine. If I was really going to do a bachelor party and I really wanted to do it up, but I was on a programming guy's salary, too. So, like, we're trying to pay for our own weddings. So everything was kind of, I know friends, like, chip in and everything, but still, Chicago probably would have been a higher choice for me. But the Dells was simple, especially location-wise. And it's a nice, easy, the Dells is like an easy plug-and-play bachelor party if you're in Wisconsin. You just pop up there, there's gentlemen's clubs, there's bars, there's hotels you can stay at, and just call it a day.
Cruising.
Just having a nice, easy time. This is Rutledge and Hamilton. We're presented by Coors Light. He's Alex Strofe. I'm Jim Rutledge. Matt Hamilton out posing like a dork on Instagram today.
You gave him a hard time. I thought he looked good.
I didn't say he didn't look good. I said he's being a dork, though. Because, one, you guys give me a hard... I mean, that pose is like him trying to be some sort of model. And here's the insight into it.
But he's an influencer, Jamie.
But Matt not like a... Like, he's just cool. Like, he influences because he's a curler.
Yeah.
Not because, like, he's super cool guy. But Matt got a new phone, and he thinks he's the only person in the world that has this phone, and now he's just taking photos.
He's brought it up like 87 times this week.
Right, and it is so obnoxious because it's not a special phone. It's the same phone that either you probably have as a listener or you could have had if you wanted to as a listener. It's not some super expensive phone. It's not some super fancy phone. It's a standard issue iPhone, whatever size he prefers. But he is obsessed over it. And everyone gets excited over a new phone, but not everyone talks about it like it's some sort of exclusive, cool new thing. Because if I hear about this phone one more time, I'm going to take it and throw it out the window.
But, Jimmy, you understand things about Matt. He loves telling you what he has that you don't. That's what he does. The shoes, his lifestyle, now this phone. It's just adding on to the things that he has that nobody else, or he thinks nobody else has. He thinks he's part of an exclusive club. And this is about this. I'm not just talking about the phone, right? The shoes, the polos he wears, the hats he has,
right? But
everything
it's
he
so
has.
Funny.
He operates of I'm the only one in the world that has this,
right? But in the shoe club, like there's literally millions of people because the whole point of the sneakers draw is you never can get the dang shoes because everyone wants them. So they're not like some sort of I'm super smart and I found this cool shoe thing. It's no, everyone knows about it, and Matt happens to have the shoes too. But I get it. That's what makes Matt happy. Here's the thing. Matt is definitely someone, and I've said this to his face too, that if you tell him it's exclusive, then he wants it. If my other job for ESPN Madison is in sales, and I've said this a million times, the number one person I would love to sell to every single day of my life is Matt Hamilton. Because you can sell Matt on anything.
You can.
Easily.
Fact.
Matt is, and that's what makes him fun.
He's easily impressionable.
Yes. You just have to use the key phrases that'll get Matt excited. Exclusive being one of them. But you can see what's his Instagram?
It's Hams Curl on Instagram. Hams Curl.
All right. Hams Curl on Instagram. You can see Matt Hamilton posing. He's sending, like, let's ask this. Can I ask this question?
Yeah, of course.
844-770-3776. Fair or foul for to send a photo of him from his Airbnb, a photo of like the view he has of the ocean? Which again,
he sent you a picture?
you're on it.
Did I miss
Is it just me? That's extra funny. Maybe it was just me.
I don't think I got it.
We'll have to check.
Oh, no, I did get it. I take it back.
Yeah.
Yesterday at 6:10.
Yeah.
It's a nice view.
It is. It's not a view where you're like, oh my God, I can't believe you have this view. It's a nice view. But, like, what's the point? Like, are we supposed to then, like, be jealous? I mean, I liked it. I'm happy for him that he's staying there. But it is one of those things of, like, I'd prefer, honestly, just post that on social. Because if you send it directly to me, it feels aggressive.
It's a brag.
Yeah.
It's a brag.
Right. But, like,
I don't think I did that to you guys when I was on vacation.
no, because, like, we're all kind of still getting to the same places. Like, if you wanted to, you could rent this place that would have the view. Like,
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things that, you know.
I don't know how high. I don't know. I got to be honest, though. I don't know how high San Francisco is on my list.
I don't know enough about it. I love California.
I mean, San Diego, I've been there twice. I would go back any day of the week.
I'd
It's my
highly
favorite city in the
recommend
country.
Santa Monica area.
Sure.
That's
You were just
amazing.
there last year,
That's what I'm
right?
saying. I was just out there.
That was coffee and contemplation.
Right, and you guys give me a hard. That's basically what I'm trying to get done here. You guys give me a hard time for coffee and contemplation, and Matt Hamilton's posting like he's a damn Instagram model.
But don't act like you're not a d-bag for posting that.
I am, but we're also Matt Hamilton.
If you can
also a
acknowledge
D-bag.
it, if you can acknowledge it, I'm good.
I
with it.
leaned into it. I was California Jim out there. I leaned into the whole thing.
You bought the most touristy hat
Yes.
you could buy.
Yes. I leaned
your
into
bright
it.
purple LA hat, which I love, and you still wear, which I appreciate.
I love it. I like it. Why not? I mean, I'm gonna buy it's vacation, you know, but like I'm gonna do it all. But I didn't take. The difference is, even in that photo, the coffee contemplation, that's a line from Stranger Things. Like I'm just kind of leaning into being a d-bag out there. Matt's photo on Instagram. Can we post this at Jim and Matt? We'll share it with everyone. Matt's photo on Instagram. He is like trying to be an Instagram model in that photo. Like, he's looking for people to tell him, man, you look so handsome. Right? I mean, that's what he's asking for. He is fishing hard. He's not deep. He's not fishing out in the ocean. He's fishing on the gram, and he's fishing hard for it. Alex Strofe.
No, you're right. You're right. He is pretending to be an Instagram model. But I will say, he's a handsome guy. I understand.
I'm not saying he shouldn't. I'm just saying that you guys called me out for it. And maybe it's because it's more out of character for me as it is for Matt. Matt's just regularly going to do those sort of things. But today, obviously, I'm like, apparently, according to WebMD, I'm basically equivalent of buzz with my head cold here because it's definitely just don't feel like myself. So if I'm a little bit off, that's fine. It's been all week. It's been a flu week for me. I was thrilled last night. Love watching LeBron just fail and then see all his flopping, his missed layup, getting the ball, his pocket picked at the end of the game. Just a rough go for the old man. And I feel it. He was playing old man basketball, Alex, if you're watching it, where he's just done. Like, he could have, like, gone to the basket.
I mean,
it's at the end of the game. At the end of the game, he did not show up in the fourth quarter. And that's what I mean by old man basketball. It's like, I'm just going to shoot this three. Because I've done it, too. I'm like, I'm gassed. Like, I can't.
Yes, because you've been in the Western Conference Finals in your rec league.
But it's the whole point, and you can make fun of me all you want, but like literally that's everyone on social media. It's like, hey, we've all been there. You play basketball for a while, and if you're an older guy and you're just kind of spent by the end of it, and you're just like, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to shoot this three because I got to at least be respectable on defense for my team.
I'm spent.
Right, and that was LeBron. He's just like, he's impressive at 39, but he's also like, I ain't got it.
Super impressive. Look, I mean, what was he, a rebound away from another triple-double last night?
Yeah, but again, fourth best player in the...
Who are you putting third, Jamal?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd say that's a toss-up, but AD's playing... Well, he kind of disappeared again last night. He's been doing that all playoffs, where it's like every other game he's having a... So game 3, he's set to go
I
off.
don't call it disappearing for AD. Disappearing is not trying. He put up, I think, 17, 18 shots. His shot wouldn't fall. Like, he still played good defense. I still think they were in the plus when he was out there.
Yeah, I mean, more from the box score, though. But
I mean, he was taking shots. That's my point. Disappearing to me is like, don't take the shot.
And, you know, guys like that, and LeBron included, right? Those are guys that are going to get their shots.
But true, but the knock on AD for a couple of games in the Warriors was he wasn't taking shots in the fourth quarter or didn't take a lot of shots in the actual game.
You're right.
Could put the shots up, and I'll give it to you.
Yeah,
but Jokic is now the only player in NBA history to have 4 straight triple-doubles with scoring over 20 points
he's
per
ridiculous.
game in that. I mean, Jokic is by far the best player in the playoffs right now.
Yeah, and I'd probably put Jimmy Butler, too. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say those are probably the top
Tatum.
2. Tatum's up there, of course. I'm intrigued to see what happens tonight with that game. which you can hear beginning at 7 here on 100.5
The Heat don't make any
ESPN.
sense. It does not make any sense what's going on with them.
No, I mean they're a postseason team. Jimmy is unbelievably consistent in the postseason. He's unbelievably consistent. It's unheard of. You don't see this in the postseason. What Jimmy Butler's able to do.
Details. Hopefully, you can go to @Jim and Matt, and you can chime in on this photo of Matt Hamilton.
It looks like something you would see in a 70s adult video.
Right. It's
yellow, like
in
pink.
velour. Velvety.
Urine yellow, but velvety. Yes.
Yes, and then he's got a drink in his hand. He's got the other hand kind of dangling down, making sure to show off his watch, and he's kind of cocked to the side.
Sunglasses on inside.
Right, this is a posed photo. This is not a natural photo. This is, hey, because here's my favorite part. He has to go to Jen and say, hey, Jen, can you take this specific photo of me because I want to post it on the gram.
I love it.
Right?
I love him.
But
I love him.
It's Matt. But also, you do this, you got to take some of the ribbing for it.
Also, a great shout out for the city of Minneapolis while he's in California for some reason. Wearing a Minneapolis T-shirt in that photo.
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
Yeah. The real deep cuts. We're really analyzing this. We can do this for another 2-3 segments, you think?
I'm
Brett?
impressed by that catch. I did not see that. It's very tiny text at the bottom of the shirt. Well done, Ryan. Nice investigative reporting. Thank you.
We'll take your calls making fun of Matt Hamilton's Instagram photo because, look, that's what we do here. If you had posted this, we'd make fun of you. You made fun of me for what I posted.
I wouldn't post that.
That's fine. But if you did, it would be just as weird as me posting. I mean, honestly, I think from now on, can we make that a trope for the show that when any of us are on vacation, we have to take a photo exactly like that?
Yeah, deal.
And we'll
I probably
post
have. I think I have one kind of similar actually from when I was in Denver a couple months ago.
See, the problem is a lot of times when I
post it on
travel, it's
Instagram.
just like me. So I'd have to find like a stranger to take the photo for me. Sometimes I'll work teammates there. But I mean, I take vacations, but a lot of times I'm traveling and it's for work. So it's just me. Like, hey, Rando, can you take this super awkward photo of me?
It's a nice
Thank you.
humble brag right there.
What's that?
You travel for work.
Is it a humble brag or not? I mean, like, it's not
I
like
think
I get
so.
a chance to. I mean, some of them are fun, like L.A. and West Palm. Yeah, I guess it was a humble brag. So, before we get the break here, and we've, like I said before, I don't have the brain power to come up with an idea. So we went to Chat GPT.
Yes.
Now, please explain to me before we go to break how we did this, because we asked Chat GPT who are the most overrated Wisconsin athletes ever.
Yep.
So give me an insight. I'll tell you who they are on the other side. You can see at ESPN Madison. But give me an insight. How does it work?
Yeah, so I went to ChatGPT. As you guys know, I would say I'm the official ChatGPT aficionado of the program. And I wrote the question, who are the 10 most overrated athletes in Wisconsin professional sports history? That's all I asked. And ChatGPT responded, determining the most overrated athletes is subjective and can vary depending on personal opinion. However, here is a list of 10 athletes who have been regarded by some as overrated in the context of Wisconsin professional sports history. We will tell you the list next.
Yep.
But the list is interesting.
It is very interesting. And overrated, I love ChatGPT's response to it because that's honestly my feeling on overrated.
Oh,
Like,
for
a lot
sure.
of people be like, oh, Titanic's overrated.
You think LeBron's overrated?
No.
Okay.
No. I think he's I would have him as the third greatest basketball player of all time.
Who's two?
Kobe.
No.
At their peaks, not careers, but at their peaks, Kobe Bryant. And so
Kobe's probably like number 6 or 7.
that's fine if you think that. I'm going with the way I like basketball, skill set and all. Like the power guys, LeBron, Shaq, Kareem, like the bigger, stronger, faster guys than everyone else are not my favorite. It's not relatable. Like I like Steph. I mean, watching someone play basketball, LeBron's maybe in my top 10. But as far as greatest of all time, I'll give you LeBron because it's fine, but I would go with Jordan. But I don't. That's not me saying he's overrated. I would say he's one of the greatest basketball players of all time.
Okay.
But the thing, like people be like, oh, Titanic's overrated. Well, no, that's like saying LeBron's overrated. Titanic sold. I mean, it's one of record-setting movies sold ever. Like clearly, it reached expectations.
I don't know that I've ever watched the entirety of the Titanic.
It's long, and the only reason it's on my head now is that my oldest had read a book about the Titanic, like the actual like sinking of it, and then she was interested in the movie. She heard there was a movie, so we fired it up, and it's going to take us a long time.
How long is it?
3 hours at least.
3-hour movies are not good.
They're
None of
tough.
them.
No, they're
None of
tough. I mean, Titanic won awards, so objectively good, but you might not enjoy it.
No,
so
it's
again,
not
that's
that
the
I wouldn't
overrated-
enjoy it. I wouldn't enjoy sitting down that long.
Right,
And
Again,
that's why I haven't watched the new Avatar yet.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's over 3 hours long. I can't do that. I just can't sit still for 3 hours. It's very hard for me.
Guardians is pretty long.
Oh,
Puts
boy.
him at 2.5.
At least it's a movie.
It's 2.5
I'm
exactly,
intrigued
yeah.
by.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue, and we can prove it. Follow the show on Twitter at Jim and Matt.
Gold medalist Matt Hamilton here to tell you about Wisconsin's best choice for roofing, siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors. I know they're the trusted local experts who consider customer service their #1 goal, but don't just take my word for it. Jake and Dawn are both recent customers who left 5-star reviews for the outstanding service and quality of work on their projects. Get a free estimate for your home project today by logging on to ridgetopexteriors.com. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Jim Rutledge here to tell you about X Golf Madison, and the most important thing that you need to know is that X Golf Madison is for everyone. Heck, I golf there. Whether you're a seasoned pro, a new golfer, or in between like me, X Golf Madison is going to be fun for you. They have a full bar, excellent service, great food, and the most advanced and accurate golf simulators in the world. You can play one of their 50 courses available, take lessons from a PGA pro, hit the driving range, or even join a league. Stop by their East Madison or Middleton location today, or visit them online at xgolfwisconsin.com.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit condonjeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Hey Madison, it's Dan Andrews from Simon Chevrolet in Mount Horeb. By now you know that you're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simon Chevrolet in Mount Horeb. But what is a better buying experience? It's a car buying experience that is custom to what you want and need. We can be your trusted expert, or we can be hands-off until you're ready to purchase. If you're in the market for a new or new to you Chevy truck or SUV, make the short drive to Simon Chevrolet in Mount Horeb and see the difference a better buying experience can make.
Hi, I'm Connie Britton. I support Feeding America because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. Learn more at feedingamerica.org. Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
The Club at Lac La Belle is the birthplace of golf in Wisconsin, with a rich history you will feel once you arrive. Experience a round at the Club at Lac La Belle. The redesigned course is open to the public 7 days a week. Schedule your tee time today at club@laclabelle.com. This is a golf destination that you will want to play over and over again, and enjoy fine dining and event space after your round. An historic past meets a vibrant future. Go to club@laclabelle.com to start your journey.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by X Golf in Madison and Middleton.
I just took a DNA test, turns out I'm crazy. Yeah, I got boy problems. That's the human.
100% that kid.
That's the Kids Bop version. You still listening to a lot of Kids Bop?
I don't. No, now.
Yes, you do.
Well, I don't. Because
you do it because of your kids. I'm not saying you do it for your own enjoyment.
But I really don't, because my kids have the little Google Homes in their room, so they can just fire up what they want. And so that's basically the rule in the house is that, hey, if you want to hear a song, ask for the Kids Bop version of that way I know it's clean. Because trying to ask Google to play the radio edit, that can get confusing. Let's play the regular one, doesn't work. Yep. But now what I've been able to do, and just a little glimpse into the Rutledge house, I have Apple Music, so we have the subscription thing there. So I create playlists for the girls. But now when I create a playlist, I can put the clean version of a song on there, and so that way the kids can listen to it with the radio, all the swears bleeped out, so they can just ask Google hey, can you play my Rosie and Nola playlist? So then they can just play those songs. So does my youngest love listening to Riding Dirty? Yeah, she does. She likes that song.
But you see me rolling.
She loves it.
Really?
Yes, and she likes Weird Al's version too. She loves it when I mow the yard, because that's the beginning of the Weird Al one. You can see me mowing my front lawn. It's white and nerdy.
You are white and nerdy.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So is Matt Hamilton. He's old. He's white and nerdy. But Matt, I own it. Matt doesn't.
He's not old. He's just middle-aged. But if Matt's old, what does that make you?
I am old, and I embrace it. How old is Matt?
34, I think.
34. Now, in the grand scheme of things, like I said, my parents would consider me young. People, if people are in their 50s or 60s would call me young. But realistically, I look at it like this, that we all try to view ourselves as if you were 21 years old, and you met a 35-year-old, and it's just the standard of, what are you doing in the KK? Matt Hamilton can't go certain places because he's too old to be there, which is the standard for me of, are you old?
I'm a man. I'm 40.
He's closer to 40 than he is 21.
It's very true.
Yeah, he's gonna be one of those guys that struggle with 40. 844-770-3776. Did you struggle turning 40? And as we are talking about, getting old, ChatGPT, which Alex Strofe, Jim Rutledge, we're live from the Everlight Solar Studios, and this is Rutledge and Hamilton presented by Coors Light. Get into the show, 844-770-3776. What is, how does ChatGPT work before we get into it? Because we asked the question and we teased it before break.
You are not about to make me explain AI.
According to ChatGPT, who is the most overrated Wisconsin athlete ever? And we got a top 10 list here. Now, I understand what AI is, but how does this? So you just an app? You just type this? You just ask it a question, or how does it work?
Yeah, so there's a website that you go on, and I've used it ever since it came out. Right, so the first thing I
when
ever
did it
asked
come out? A couple years ago?
No, end of last year, December.
Okay.
So the first thing, you're gonna make fun of me for this, I ever asked ChatGPT, because it tracks everything you've ever asked it. First thing I ever asked ChatGPT, simple question. Would you like to take a guess?
No, just go ahead.
Who is Alex Strofe?
No, you're so God.
But I wanted to see what it knew about me, right? Rightfully so, because I had fear. Yeah. And the response was, I'm sorry, but I don't have information about a person named Alex Strofe. Could you provide more context or details? I just said Wisconsin.
That's a sick burn by ChatGPT.
Yes.
Yeah, no doubt.
As Daryl Deerfield chimed in, everyone's ego takes a hit on this show. Or actually,
it's Big Daddy Larry.
Big Daddy Larry chimed in on social with that one. That's right, yeah. But this time it was Alex's turn.
Matt's turn.
No, but you just got burned by ChatGPT.
Yeah, well, that happened in December, so I can live with it. So then I've tried other things, right? Actually, back when we still did Strofe's World on Wednesdays, do you remember when I made you and Matt Hamilton read a script?
Well, that's why I went to you for this thing.
Right, because I had you read the script verbatim that was hello and welcome back to ESPN Madison. I'm Jim Rutledge, and with me today is Chris Orr. Today we're going to be talking... So I just said, write a script, right?
Yeah.
So you can do all sorts of things, and it automatically loads. So for this one, I went with the following. Who are the 10 most overrated athletes in Wisconsin professional sports history? It gave me the subjective, this is subjective, however, pulling from our data, this is the responses we've got. So I think we should play some music and run down this list. What do you say, Jimmy?
I am. Now we're going to start, actually... Yeah, fire up the music.
Should we go 10 to 1?
Yes, 844-770-3776. Please chime in. We'll go slowly here. We're going to react to each one a little bit. I want you to guess who the most overrated Wisconsin athlete is according to ChatGPT. Now, if you're on Twitter, you can see at ESPN Madison, we posted the graphic. But if you're not on social media at the moment, chime in 844-770-3776. Who do you think the most overrated Wisconsin athlete is according to ChatGPT? All right, let's come in at number 10.
Number 10, I think, should be higher on this list. Well, maybe not because he's not regarded as a very good player, but the hype around him is very high. Number 10 is Jabari Parker of the Milwaukee Bucks, who, as we know, dealt with injuries, was the number 2 overall pick in the 2014 draft, I think, and struggled with injuries, and then when he was healthy, every time he touched the ball, he shot it, and then ultimately he left the Bucks and kind of, I don't think he's in the league anymore. So that's Jabari Parker at number 10.
Yeah, I'll give you the one. I think that's fine. I think 10's a fair spot from I have to see everyone else that's on here. He did average, he kept on getting better during his NBA career. He only played 25 games as a rookie, then played 76, averaged 14 points a game, and then 51 games before he got injured again, but was averaging 20 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Like, that's a good player.
That's pretty good.
And then he was a guy, I think, that was fringe on the athleticism for the NBA, and the NBA changed, unfortunately, for him. It's kind of like Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond, I think, is 29 years old. He looks like he's 1,000 years old out there because the NBA has changed so dramatically. There's certain players that, and Jabari Parker was one of them, the game changed so quickly that their style of play was left behind. Then you throw in the injury, and Jabari was just cooked, unfortunately. The Adam Madison chimes in with Matt Hamilton as the most overrated Wisconsin athlete.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show. Yeah, no doubt. Want to move on to number 9?
Sure.
Vin Baker, also of the Milwaukee Bucks. What ChatGPT says, I'm going to read this verbatim for you. Baker was an all-star early in his career, but his decline and off-court issues led to disappointment among Bucks fans.
Yeah, and again, that's a tough one. It's fair, but Vin Baker, again, another really good player that could have had a much better career than he ended up having. His was, I think, more personal demons. He had a battle with alcoholism. He's with the Bucks now. He's cleaned that up. He's sober. Good for him. I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
But I think it's fair for him to be on this list.
Number 8, Jeff Suppan from the Milwaukee Brewers.
Sadler Madison chimes in with Ben Bruss as his guest.
Oh, boy. Everybody's just getting
Who's
wrecked
chiming
here.
in with Chimur or Tauscher? 844-770-3776. What was the one you gave? Sorry.
Jeff Suppan.
Yeah, I remember Jeff Suppan.
Although he played a key role in the Brewers' 2008 playoff run, some argue that Suppan's overall career did not justify his big contract, is what ChatGPT says about that.
So the funny thing about him is the contract that he signed with Milwaukee, 4 years, $42 million. And
at the time, that was a lot.
It was, especially when the Brewers don't spend money. He was their signing. This was supposed to be the guy. And, yeah, I would say that was a major... The Brewers could have a lot of these if you're basing off of, like, what they were going to do as opposed to what they actually did. And he was coming off a good year with the Cardinals. I also want to give a little bit of... What is Google doing? Because I just typed in Jeff Suppan's stats, and Google gave me his hitting stats to start it off with. Like, why in God's name would you share his batting stats with me? He's a pitcher. He's clearly a pitcher. He's not even, like, a guy who has played other positions. He's been a pitcher forever. But he was coming off a couple good seasons with St. Louis, and so I get why they paid him, but it was immediately a really rough go because he won, and again, wins don't really matter that much, but he won 16, 16, and 12 before coming to Milwaukee with an ERA that was pretty respectable and throwing 190 innings each. He threw a lot of innings for Milwaukee, but he was just below average.
Yeah, you're right about that. Let's do 2 more. We'll take a break. We'll get to the top 5 on the other side. Number 7, it's an interesting one. Michael Redd from the Bucks is number 7 on this list.
Another one that's more tragic. I mean, he had some injury stuff and hell of a player for a while.
Yeah, what ChatGPT says is Redd was a prolific scorer but faced criticism for not being able to elevate the Bucks to sustained success during his tenure.
Man, this one's tough. You're holding them to a high standard because from 2003 through from 2008 through 2003 through 2008, he averaged at least 20 points a game. Some of those times 25, 26 points per game. And that was in an era where the scoring was not where it's at right now. Like if Michael Redd played now, he probably would have had a 30-point season because in 2006, he averaged 27 points per game. To get 3 more points per game now in today's NBA, not out of the question. One of the greatest second-round picks of all time. Honestly, just reminds me a lot of Chris Middleton.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. All right, last one, and then we'll take a break. Number 6. This one hurts. One of my favorite baseball players ever.
Truth hurts.
See
Lizzo.
what you did there. Ricky Weeks. Weeks had moments of brilliance, but was plagued by inconsistency, leading to debates about his overall value to the team.
Yeah, Ricky was definitely. This one really hits. He was overrated for what people thought Ricky Weeks was or could be. It was all about what he was going to end up being, and he never got there.
Yeah,
he was a fine baseball player. He just was not what I think people were projecting him to be because he looked the part, and he had flashes of being really good, but he was never consistent enough to be considered a really great baseball player. And I think a lot of people rightfully thought he was going to get there. He never won with the Milwaukee Brewers. You can go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. That's where winners go. Over $11 million in jackpots last month. More jackpots this month. Over biggest win so far, $218,000. So go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison and go be a winner. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Miss any of the show? Find full show podcasts free on Wisconsin On Demand and wherever you get your podcasts. Finally, baseball is back. Swing into the season with tickets to the action. Plus, with basketball and hockey heating up, now is a great time to experience a game. Vivid Seats is proud to be the official ticketing partner of ESPN. From on the glass to in the stands, Vivid Seats has great ticket prices to all the games. Every crack of the bat, every dribble down the court. Catch it all with Vivid Seats. Download the app or visit vividseats.com today. Vivid Seats. Experience it live.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore a seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Hey, Matt Hamilton here. Whether I'm inside on the ice curling or outside working up a sweat under the sun, Iron Jock apparel is what keeps me feeling cool and comfortable. The one-of-a-kind Enduratech fabric is designed from the inside out to eliminate odor-causing bacteria. And based in Wisconsin, Iron Jock also created the Enduratech Plus gear to perform both indoors and outdoors. You can go online to ironjock.com and get 25% off your order using code ESPN25. Iron Jock, it's what's inside that matters.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
When poison happens, Poison Help is here. We're the free 24/7 hotline that answers your poison questions with expert advice available at no charge. Make the right call in a poison emergency. Call Poison Help. 1-800-222-1222.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place.
I was going to save the sad news for a different part of the show because no easy way to transition off of it. But at this point, it's like the TPS reports from the movie Office Space. Everyone keeps, whether it's text messages or Wollersheim coming in or Adam Madison chiming in on the talking text line, 844-770-3776. I can't escape it, so we just would be like sticking our head in the stands. Otherwise, Jim Brown, Pro Football Hall of Famer, civil rights advocate, and actor, has died at the age of 87.
Yeah, one of the greatest players ever, right? I mean, he was an MVP. He was just terrific. He shattered a million records, and obviously did a lot off the field. So sad day. Neither of us were around for when he owned the NFL, but he's still renowned as one of the greatest football players ever. So sad news.
Absolutely. I know him though as an actor. Like I've seen the highlights, and I know he was very much.
The only movie I've seen him in, he was in Any Given Sunday, right?
Yes, he was also in Mars Attack.
Don't know that one.
Jack Nicholson and a couple others in there, and then The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, I don't know that one either.
And then Dirty Dozen, which is a classic, which I think has been redone.
I don't even know that I've heard of that one.
The Dirty Dozen is probably the one he's most known for. That's almost got an 8 on IMDb.
Oh wow!
If you don't hate old movies because they're old, I definitely recommend watching The Dirty Dozen. No, I had this conversation with my wife where she's like, I know it's good, but I want to watch it because it just looks old. Now, it's gotten better now with we were watching something the other day, and she was blown away that she could actually palette the movie. It was Star Wars. She's like, wait, this doesn't look like it's from 1970, where it's like...
Well, they've kind of re-upped it, though, haven't they, with
right,
Star
well,
Wars?
They cleaned it up and made it digital, so now it looks watchable. And I agree with her on that. Some of the old stuff, it's like, if you haven't updated it, it's unwatchable.
Yeah.
Because you can't even, I don't even know if you could actually watch VHS on an HD TV, but if you did, it actually works worse than it would on a regular TV.
Well, I would like to try that, though.
I think I know at one point.
Do you have a VHS player?
My wife had it when we moved. We still hadn't moved it because we have kids, and so she
all those classic movies.
She had them from when she was a kid, but now they're all we have Disney Plus, so it's just on all there. Point. So we got rid of them, and we don't have the VHS player anymore. But there was a time, and I remember it doesn't look good, Alex, because the VHS to the HD it's really bad. It just doesn't go well.
Interesting.
It doesn't even fit the screen. It's just not a good look. But R.I.P. to Jim Brown, an all-time great person, or at least I would say an all-time great advocate, and an all-time great football player, and an all-time great movie star. All right, now we're going to easily transition off of that back into ChatGPT.
Yeah, not an easy transition, but we are talking about, according to ChatGPT, this is not Jim's opinion, this is not my opinion, because it's about to get dicey. I'm going to tell you that right now.
And we still are taking your chime-ins on who do you think ChatGPT picked as the most overrated Wisconsin athlete ever. 844-770-3776.
Now, it should be noted, for the record, real quick.
Yeah.
This only includes Bucks, Brewers, Packers. I only did professional.
Okay.
So no Badgers or Marquette Golden Eagles on this list.
Yeah,
because you could probably chime in with some of those.
Yeah.
I know your favorite Badgers basketball player of all time could certainly be thrown in here. You know who I'm referring to?
Yes, Brad Davison.
Yes.
King of the House of D, we've changed his name up a little bit, has chimed in. Ricky, I haven't had a hit in weeks.
Oh, I missed the word troll. Should be King Troll.
I know.
The House of D.
Yes.
Let's change that.
All right. Well, how about you do the other party job first?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you. All right, here we go. Number 5 on this list, Gary Sheffield, Milwaukee Brewers. ChatGPT says, was deemed overrated as a Milwaukee Brewer because while he had moments of brilliance, his overall impact and performance did not consistently match the high expectations placed on him.
I would say he was barely a Milwaukee Brewer, and I would say that's a triggering point for rightfully so many Milwaukee baseball fans. Gary Sheffield should be a Hall of Famer or pretty dang close. He is a hell of a ball player. And he has 500 career home runs, a career batting average of 209, has 2,689 hits. I'd put him in. I honestly think he's a Hall of Famer. He's got all-star games. He's got MVP votes. I think he ended up getting a title either with Florida or with New York. So he's an all-time great. But in Milwaukee, he kind of just forced his way out. So I would say there's not a lot of people that would disagree with him being overrated in Milwaukee.
Third Brewer in a row coming up at number 4. Also one of my all-time favorite Brewers. Nyjer Morgan, T+ number 4 on this list. ChatGPT, which is all fair, says he is overrated due to his limited offensive production and inconsistent performance despite his charismatic personality and memorable moments. I think this is a very good pick by ChatGPT.
Was he really one of your favorite Brewers?
Nyjer Morgan? Because of his charisma, right? Like in his personality. I thought he was a great interview. When he hit a double, I mean, the whole team did that, but they did the beast thing on second base. I loved Nyjer Morgan. He got me fired up.
The moment that sticks out about him for me is when he got the walk-off hit against the Cardinals, or against the Diamondbacks, NLDS. Told the Cardinals that they'd be watching the World Series from their couches because the Brewers were going to beat them in the NLCS. Brewers ended up getting gentlemen swept in that next series against the Cardinals.
Yep.
That's the only really living memory of Nyjer Morgan.
So Nyjer Morgan, the highest rated Brewer on this list of most overrated Wisconsin athletes ever, according to ChatGPT. How about the most overrated Buck ever, according to ChatGPT? Coming in at number 3 on this list, Eric Bledsoe. Number 3 on this list. This one's good too.
That one hits because Nyjer Morgan, I don't know if he was good enough to be overrated, but Bledsoe, absolutely.
And ChatGPT does not hold back on this one. This is probably my favorite explanation.
I want to throw some Bucks out there.
All right, 1 second. Let me read this, then you throw some Bucks out there. Eric Bledsoe is considered overrated due to his inconsistent performances, particularly in the playoffs, where he often failed to deliver at the level expected of a starting point guard.
Yikes.
Yeah, everybody's ego takes a shot on this show, including Eric Bledsoe.
So we had a vote in here for Pat Listash. Do you know who Pat Listash is?
I can't say I do, no.
I believe he won Rookie of the Year with the Milwaukee Brewers. If he did not, he had a hell of a rookie season. And then it kind of just, he stole 54 bases his rookie year, had 168 hits, and was a great ball player his first 2 years. And then it kind of fell off from there. But he was a guy that I think people were very excited about because he hit the ground running. He was really a highly thought of player, but then kind of fell off pretty quickly. We had another guest in here for Javon Walker, but that is also not on the list.
Yeah, that's a good call, though. I like the Javon Walker call. There's 2 Packers that come in at 2-1, and I don't know how I feel about either of them.
Now, I want to throw out, and I know who they are, and it is wild, and you need to restate that this is not my list, but
yeah,
the one guy here that I think really falls into the overrated side of things, and it's because he was in Giannis's wake a little bit, and I remember, and you can look it up on my social, Thon Maker.
Yeah.
The second he was drafted, I said this was a terrible pick.
Yeah.
And I got accused of being a hot take guy. And I said, no, it's unquestionably a bad take.
No, they were trying to follow the Giannis path, right? They were doing like these big, lanky, athletic dudes.
Yeah, and
it just didn't work out.
And I wanted Sabonis there because you already had Giannis. How many? They were in a different position when they got Giannis as opposed to where they are with Thon. Like they could have used a guy that could have helped. And Sabonis is a hell of a basketball player. He was picked 1 pick after Thon Maker.
But go Thunder.
But then Bucks fans got even more overhyped on it because for a long time, especially Giannis hadn't fully reached his potential. Bucks fans didn't know what good basketball was. Like there was, fits and starts. You had it with Ray Allen and Cassell, and then it just went away for a while. And there was a dearth of good basketball.
Good word choice.
Thank you. Thon Maker had a couple games where he had like 4 or 5 blocks in a game, and everyone's like, he's going to do it. He's going to be great. He was trash. The bigger one, though, and I honestly think he might be one of the most overrated athletes in Wisconsin sports history, is Brandon Jennings.
Yeah, and
because he scored 55 points in one game.
Yeah.
People were trying to compare him to Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose went on and won an MVP. I don't think Jennings ever made an All-Star.
That might be the best pull of this list so far, because he had become like a mythical creature, mythical character with the Bucks and 6. But he was never like that dude. He was solid. He was fun to watch. He was a really fun quote, but he was fun. All right.
Well, I'll
tell you this.
I'll throw it out to everyone. And if you know it, Alex, you can throw it out there as well. But 844-770-3776. What is Brandon Jennings' biggest contribution to the Milwaukee Bucks?
Bucks and 6.
No.
Biggest contribution?
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, he was, I don't want to give it away, but it was kind of quasi on the court. He was involved in something that was more important than Bucks and 6 for the Milwaukee Bucks. 844-770-3776.
Yeah, I don't know what you're referring to. Let's do this, though, Jimmy. We're running a little bit late. I'll tell you this. The top 2 on the most overrated athletes in Wisconsin sports history, both of the top 2 on the list are legendary Green Bay Packers. That's all I'm going to tell you. They're legendary Green Bay Packers. I want you to text in what you think they are. 844-770-3776. That's 844-770-ESPN. The top 2 are Packers. Who do you think they are? We'll do it on the other side.
It's not Terrell Buckley. This is Rutledge and Hamilton presented by Coors Light.
Hey, Matt Hamilton here to tell you about my friends at Olson Toon. They've been customizing residential and outdoor living spaces since 1997. They have over 50 years of combined experience in their management and design teams, and because of that, they have become one of Wisconsin's premier design, build, landscaping, and outdoor firms. I gotta be honest, they came over to my place, and it looks totally new. My landscaping, it was starting to get overgrown. I had a lot of pesky weeds and trees that weren't supposed to be there growing in. Olson Toon Tune got me covered. See what they can do for you. They can do irrigation, concrete work, pools, and even more than that. If you have an outdoor living need, large or small, Olsen Tune is here to help. Go to olsentune.com to get started on your home project today. That's olsentune.com.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue, and we can prove it. Follow the show on Twitter at Jim and Matt. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Simden Chevrolet in Mount Horeb. You're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevrolet in Mount Horeb. Former Wisconsin basketball star Sam Decker is making a mark overseas in London. Decker led the London Lions to a BBL title this past season, alongside another former Wisconsin basketball player in Jordan Taylor. After the championship, Decker was named the league's MVP and signed a 3-year extension with the London Lions, tying him to the team through the 2026 season. Decker was a first-round NBA draft pick in 2015, last appeared in the NBA in 2021 with the Toronto Raptors, and has been playing overseas since.
Get 0% interest for up to 48 months at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and have everything installed in as little as a day. Visit PellaWI.com.
Just look at them. State-of-the-art Honda hybrids, making ecological art out of any conditions they encounter. Rugged, dependable, stylish performance with fuel efficiency and low emissions that'll make a tree hugger blush. What's this phenomenon you're witnessing? It's the future, today. Electrified driving built for Wisconsin. Get your Honda hybrid now at your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer. Honda gets Wisconsin.
North and South Seafood and Smokehouse is the official barbecue and seafood and smokehouse of Rutledge and Hamilton. Make sure to listen every Wednesday for your chance to win a $50 gift card to North and South Seafood and Smokehouse in Madison, Verona, and DeForest. North and South Seafood and Smokehouse.
In a land carved by glaciers and shaped by champions, Trapper's Turn is a specialty golfing experience. 27 holes designed by two-time U.S. Open champion Andy North present an enjoyable challenge at any level. Nestled between beautiful pines, the all-new 12 North Par 3 course offers the ultimate in golfing fun. Refuel and unwind with year-round dining in the heart of the picturesque Dells. Golf time is precious. Spend it somewhere beautiful. This is Trapper's Turn. Book your tee time at trappersturn.com.
Olsen Tune has been customizing both residential and commercial outdoor living spaces since 1997. Matt Hamilton here from ESPN Madison. For over 50 years of combined experience in their management and design teams, Olsen Tune has become one of Wisconsin's premier building and landscaping outdoor living firms. Landscaping and maintenance, irrigation, concrete work, pools, and more. If you have an outdoor living need, Olsen Tune is here to help. Go to olsentune.com to get started on your home project today. That's olsentune.com.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors.
Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. Here we go. I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. Hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. When I wake up in the morning, love, keep it moving, yes, Lord. And the sunlight hurts my eyes.
We are live from the Everlight Solar Studios.
I like this.
844-770-3776. The Adam Madison chiming in. Is Jim referring to Jennings' 55 against the Warriors helping the Bucks to the playoffs for the first time in 4 years during his rookie season? Yes, Adam Madison.
No. He's asking about your trivia question. So that is not what you're referring to.
No, you're right. I was referring to the 55. So Adam Madison, everyone else is listening. You're right. I forgot about that. He was part of the Chris Middleton trade.
Yeah.
It was Brandon Jennings. Brandon Knight, Chris Middleton. So the most important thing Brandon Jennings ever did as Milwaukee Buck was to leave.
And to bring Chris Middleton to town.
Yes.
I forgot about that. That's a really good pull by you. Is that I would say Bucks and 6 is more important because that became the mantra. That's the motto.
But they don't get Bucks and 6 if they don't have Chris Middleton.
You're right. You're totally right. They don't fulfill the prophecy, you mean. But he set up the prophecy. And shout out to all the guys that are printing illegal T-shirts on the side of the road outside of Fiserv. I bought one that night they won the championship that said Bucks and 6, right? So,
that's great.
I get your point, and you're right about that. But he created the prophecy. I don't know that we should. Are you going to ask if we should pull it?
Yeah.
What was Brandon Jennings' most important contribution?
Please.
Being traded for Middleton or Bucks and 6?
We're going to win a 6.
I love that. That's actually a fun poll.
Just double check it, but I'm like 99.8% sure that
99.8.
Yes.
All right, let's do it. According to chat,
we have some people guessing. Do we want to?
Yeah, rattle off the guesses, and then I'm going to tell you the top 2, and I want reactions to that.
A lot of Tony Mandrich.
Which would be fair. Which would be fair.
Rich Campbell. I don't know who that is. Usually I know most of these players. I don't know Rich Campbell. That one was chimed in there. Terrell Buckley was chimed in. Randy from the Picket said Tony Mandrich again. And then we do have someone who was right, which was the House of D, who wants his name changed back again. So his vote is the correct vote.
So don't say it.
I will not say it.
All right, because I imagine we're going to get a lot of reactions. And again, let's clarify.
Yes.
These are not our rankings. This is a computer AI system picking the top 2. I think number 2 is more outrageous than number 1. So let's start with number 2. The number 2 most overrated athlete in Wisconsin professional sports history, according to ChatGPT, is Reggie White. Reggie White is listed as number 2. I'll read the reasoning, and then we can tell you how wrong that is. While he was a dominant player, some argue that White's reputation as the minister of defense elevated him to an almost mythical status. So it had nothing to, the answer doesn't have to do with his play necessarily. It has to do with his reputation as the minister of defense. But it's wrong. That's not right. Reggie White was not overrated. He was properly rated. Brought a Super Bowl here. I mean, what more can you ask?
Well, I get where they're coming from with that. And he had 8 seasons in Philadelphia, all of them double-digit sacks years, including 21 in, what year was that, 1987. And he had, I think, 6 seasons with the Packers, and he had 4 double-digit sack seasons. So he did more in Philadelphia. So as a football player, he was a better football player in Philadelphia. And I will say this as well, and I don't agree with this. I'm just playing devil's advocate for the computer here. It's not what he did on the field here for Green Bay. It was that Reggie White, and it's really hard to even overstate what that meant, that Reggie White chose to come to Green Bay, because apparently God told him to, for whatever he was thinking there. Because he came here, that made Green Bay legitimate, even more than like Brett Favre at that point.
This is the worst one on the list. Would you disagree?
Yes.
You would disagree?
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I would agree with you. Yes, it is the worst on the list.
Yeah, it's the worst one on the list. Number 1, I kind of get the point here. I don't know that it's number 1, though. The most overrated athlete in Wisconsin professional sports history, according to ChatGPT, number 1 on the list, from the Green Bay Packers, quarterback Brett Favre, number 1 on the list. ChatGPT says, despite his success, some critics believe Favre's interceptions and late career struggles overshadow his many achievements. Brett Favre, the most overrated athlete in Wisconsin sports history, according to ChatGPT. Jim, your reaction?
I mean, it's bold. I feel like Matt Hamilton might agree with that one. He doesn't seem like much of a Favre guy. And look, nobody should be a Favre guy anymore.
Favre's a football player.
But as Favre the football player, I think the interception thing was a tad overblown because that's how the game was played. It was not quite the same. Like, Steve Young was the outlier and amazing because he was so efficient. And Aaron Rodgers then comes in and obviously, and now people just throw less interceptions. It's just the game is more, I would say, strategic. The play calling's more strategic. And I just think that part of the interceptions for Brett Favre was like, that's kind of how you played the game.
Yeah.
And so I feel like the interceptions is fair retroactively, but in the moment, Brett Favre was one of the greatest football players. And I've said this before. I was always more afraid of Brett Favre than I ever was with Aaron Rodgers. And I think that had more to do with the fact that for a large part of Aaron Rodgers' career with the Packers, the Bears were crap. So I never really had anything on the line. There were times that he obviously got it done and beat us. I'm not saying he never did. But Favre, and maybe it's because I was younger too, and you're a little bit more invested when you're younger, Favre was the one that I felt like ripped my heart out more because the teams I was rooting for then were better. So I disagree on Brett Favre. Honestly, I might put Brandon Jennings up there.
Yeah, I honestly think that's a pretty good poll.
And you can post the question, Ryan, in 844-770-3776, our second Iron Jock poll question, or maybe it's our first. What's the most important thing Brandon Jennings brought to the Milwaukee Bucks? Bucks in 6 or being part of the Chris Middleton
This
trade?
is how I worded it. What was Brandon Jennings' bigger contribution to the Milwaukee Bucks? A, coining the phrase Bucks in 6, or dealt for Chris Middleton?
There you go.
Love it. Let's post it.
844-770-3776. Ron on the Key chimes in, which I'm here for. He is not here for the T-Buck slander, and I'm with him. Terrell Buckley, too much crap here. He had 50 career interceptions. Terrell Buckley was a hell of a football player when it was all said and done. He just didn't live up to expectations here. But who knows what would have happened. He got moved on pretty quickly. 608 chimed in and said he called in and had Bart Starr 1 and Favre 2.
I think that's Tim in Oregon.
That would be Tim in Oregon, correct.
All right, so we can maybe pop that on there then.
I got it.
All righty.
That's what I'm here for, Jimmy. All right, there you go. Again, your top 10 list if you're just joining us. According to ChatGPT, the most overrated Wisconsin sports athletes of all time. We'll go 1 to 10 this go-round. Number 1, Brett Favre. Number 2, Reggie White. Number 3, I lost my list. Everybody hold on a minute. Number 3, Eric Bledsoe from the Bucks. Number 4, 5, and 6, all Brewers. In order, Nigel Morgan, Gary Sheffield, Ricky Weeks. Number 7, Michael Redd of the Bucks. Number 8 is Jeff Suppan of the Brewers. 9 and 10, both Bucks. Vin Baker at 9, Jabari Parker at 10. The 10 most overrated athletes in Wisconsin sports history, according to ChatGPT.
We are not golfing today.
We are not.
Which I'm super annoyed by.
Why?
Why everyone else in the office is golfing.
Almost everyone else.
Why are we not invited? I didn't have a chance to turn it down. I wouldn't have wanted to golf. I would not have wanted to golf.
So you would have turned it down?
Yes.
So why are you mad?
Because I want to turn it down.
You are such a goofball. Like, that is such a goofy, like, selfishness. I don't know what's going on here.
I should have been invited.
You want to feel like you're important, but you're going to turn it. Like, that's like saying, hey, I want to get invited to your wedding just so I could say no to the invitation. Just so I could RSVP no. Do you hear what you're saying?
No, it's not like that. Because
yes,
if you invite,
it is.
No, because if you invite me to your wedding, I'm going to give you money. So, like, you'd be inclined to invite people to your wedding in hopes that they don't show up, unless they're, I mean, obviously the people important to you, you want to show up. But otherwise, invite others, hope they don't show up, and just take the cash. If that's just,
I mean, I guess
so it's not
that's
the
fair.
same. Like, if you invite me to a wedding and I can't make it, I'm going to write you a check.
All right, that's fair.
Unless you're Jess Nelson. I don't think I actually gave him a check, but I feel like I got a late invite on that one.
Oh, you did get invited?
I think so. I don't even know if I did. But every once in a while, I'm like, I
wasn't around at that point. Well, I was, but not very long. I wasn't invited.
You could have gone to my stay. I didn't go. But we are going to have, can we uninvite the people who didn't invite us today then? To the ESPN Madison Open. You go to ESPNMadisonOpen.com. It is presented by Coors Light. It's at Trapper's Turn. It is July 17th. Join us. Matt Hamilton's going to be there. Mark Tauscher's going to be there. More and more athletes are going to be there. We're going to continue to announce that. I'll be there. Alex Strofe will be there. You can watch him put on a hitting display like none other.
I got bad news. I don't think I'm golfing.
Why?
I don't think I'm allowed to.
Why?
Well, Andy North called up,
Yeah.
and he said, hey, I heard this guy's coming to my course.
Yeah.
I don't think you can let him golf.
So sign up today. Go to ESPNMadisonOpen.com. Sign up for a foursome. Join us. Hang out there. We're going to have awesome prizes. Iron Jock's going to have some stuff for everyone. We're going to have Coors Light in your cart, and you're going to be able to play 18 holes at Trapper's Turn, a beautiful course designed by Andy North and Roger Packard. Go to ESPNMadisonOpen.com. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
Are you dreaming of a new look? Let the pros at 5 Star Painting bring color to your world, to your interior, exterior, cabinets, and more. We make it easy with online scheduling, free on-site estimates, and a dedicated project manager on every job. Uneasy about hiring a contractor? We know, we've been there. 5 Star Painting is customer-focused and quality-driven, exceeding expectations every time. Call or visit 5starpainting.com today. 5 Star Painting, a neighborly company.
Hi, this is Dave Kane. You're listening to Madison's Home of the Bucks, a good Karma brand radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Yeah, it is, and good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports Center update brought to you by Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin's Road America. 2023 season opens May 1st through the 21st with the SVRA Vintage Weekend Festival. Get your tickets today and check out the full season schedule at roadamerica.com. The Brewers are back in action today after a day off on their week-long road trip. Milwaukee dropped 2 of their 3 games against the Cardinals to begin this road trip, and they're now open a 3-game series against the Tampa Bay Rays down at Tropicana Field. First pitch from the Trop is set for 5:40 p.m. Central Time. Adrian Hauser is slated to start for the Brew Crew. Brewers might be sliding at 24-19 now on the season, but they still sit 1 game ahead of the Pirates atop the NL Central Rakes. Make sure to head over to ESPNWisconsin.com to see where the Brewers stand in ESPN's most recent MLB Power Rankings as well. While you're there, read the new article from Dan Graziano. He answered the biggest quarterback questions for all 32 NFL teams, including whether or not Jordan Love is ready to continue the Packers' legacy of Hall of Fame play at the position. Second hour of Rutledge and Hamilton is coming up right now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
You got the chill. Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton with Jim Rutledge and Matt Hamilton, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN.
Giannis and Jordan Love,
Ryan,
2 peas in a pot.
Ryan, so we have it. We can quote Alex Strouf on that if Jordan Love is not the Giannis of the Green Bay Packers, he is a failure.
Yeah. Throw it up.
There you go.
That's the quote.
There you go, the Christmas start of the show. Congratulations.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio. With Matt Hamilton, here's Jim Rutledge.
Congratulations.
You talking to me?
Yes, Alex Strouf. Congratulations. I wouldn't be talking to Matt Hamilton, and I want to wait for Matt Hamilton for this, but God knows when Matt Hamilton's actually going to show up. Because we all know that Matt Hamilton could just ask off while on vacation for another vacation and be back whenever. Because Matt is currently in San Francisco enjoying a vacation. I'm not going to say a well-earned vacation, but he is on vacation. And his wife is definitely having a well-earned vacation. She works very hard. So
she's earned it.
Yes.
I'm
she
with
has
you on
to put up with Matt regularly. So
I don't know how she does
very,
it.
very much has earned that vacation. And Matt is supposed to be back on Wednesday. Is that right? Next week, Wednesday?
Wednesday, yep.
So I don't want to wait this long because you were informed of some cool information about our show, Rutledge and Hamilton.
I was.
You're around, but it's Rutledge and Hamilton. It's honestly, this show, it's like Rutledge 70% of the time, and then Strouf 20% of the time, and then sometimes Matt Hamilton's here. Should be the name of the show.
I'm here more than 20%. I mean, you and I are here the same
Sure,
amount.
I meant like in that chair.
Oh, I got you. I was going to say, you and I are here the same amount.
Yeah.
In fact, I've been here more this week. But who's keeping track?
Sorry for being sick.
That's all right. I'm glad you're feeling better. All right, the good news is I am excited to announce that Rutledge and Hamilton has been nominated as a finalist for the 2022-23. I guess I don't know which year we're honoring. 22, I think. Best of Madison radio team. Woo! One of I believe 5 or 6 finalists from every radio station in the area. We have been nominated as a Best of Madison radio team. The only ESPN Madison nominee, but who's keeping track?
Darn right I am.
Darn
Presented
right.
by Coors Light.
And beginning June 1st, you can vote once a day for Rutledge and Hamilton as Best of Madison radio team. So beginning June 1st, you can go to channel3000.com and vote for Rutledge and Hamilton as a Best of Madison radio team. So congratulations, Jim. Even all your Bears propaganda, all your anti-Packers notions has been voted Best of Madison.
Cody Milton chimes in. Woo, woo. We will take the the congratulations. No, we got to go out there, folks. We got to go win the damn thing.
We got to win the damn thing. So we're up against a dynasty. I'm not going to say who the dynasty is, but there was a very long-running morning show in this city on an alternative music station. They've won each of the last 7 years.
All right.
They are a dynasty. They are like better than Tom Brady. They are better than Steph and the Warriors.
Now we need to lean on Matt Hamilton because he's got a lot of Twitter and Gram followers, and we need to lean on you, the listeners, more importantly. So when we can vote, we'll tell you when you can vote. We'd love the opportunity to be in the mix there, to actually have a chance to unseed.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's
although
awesome.
you can't take second and third, but or fourth or fifth or sixth, but.
People like me.
People like you. They really do.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. If the Mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a celebratory Coors Light.
Because we are nominated for Best of Madison radio team. You can start voting in June. So we'll continue
1st.
to update that as soon as we have the information on exactly how to vote. We'll give you an easy link to vote, and you can vote one time a day. Is that what it is?
Yeah, once a day. I'm sure there's ways around that.
Oh, really?
I'm not advocating for it, but I'm sure there's ways around that. Incognito tab. Hey, it's not even open yet. I'm just gonna say it. Yeah, you can probably find. You got phones, you got computers. You can find a way around voting once a day.
Jim, you are very talented. Tim in Oregon there, fellow Panther. Very good. Does Matt get a paycheck? Matt, how do you think he buys these fancy new phones that Matt?
I'm telling you, it ain't seventh place finishes at the national or the world championships.
Oh God, I don't know what the show you could do, but what is an inane thing that people are excited about or brag about that you're not that into? Like a phone will be one of them. It's like, look, guy, I get it. You got a new phone. A car, I get being excited about. If Alex, you got a new to you vehicle, I'd be excited for you.
Why are you saying I can't? You're saying I wouldn't get a new vehicle?
Maybe you would. I don't know the market right now. Maybe it's better to buy used. Maybe it's better to buy new. I don't know the market.
Your truck brand new?
Yeah, I got it brand new, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But I didn't do that until my first new car was, I think, 39 years old.
Okay.
So
yeah, I don't know that I'll ever go new. Maybe someday. But I feel like used cars, they're almost like the redheaded stepchild. Like they're forgotten about sometimes.
Just do the math. What are the interest rates? And then I know everyone says, when you drive it off the lot, it drops off immediately. But figure out the interest rate and figure out what the best value is over time for it.
Sure.
So that's it.
You giving me a math lesson right now?
No, I don't know the math.
Finance lesson?
Sometimes it's good to buy a used car. There's nothing wrong with the car as long as you buy from someone reputable like Simden or some of our other great partners. But if you buy it from somewhere that's sketch, then you could be in trouble.
You did not just use that word.
That's the word of my generation.
That's best of Madison stuff right there, baby.
What else would you
Jim
describe?
Robbins calls it sketch.
What else would you describe a place that's like, don't have credit, come in here and buy from us?
Sketch.
That is sketch. 844-770-3776. We did post a Iron Jock poll question asking you, what was Brandon Jennings' bigger contribution to the Milwaukee Bucks? Coining, Bucks and 6, or being dealt for Chris Middleton? 45% of you say dealt for Chris Middleton. 55% of you say Bucks and 6. You can't have Bucks and 6 if you don't have Chris Middleton. That's all I'm saying. But I get it. Bucks and 6 was a lot of fun. We also are reacting to Chat GPT stating that Brett Favre was the most overrated athlete, or is the most overrated athlete in Wisconsin sports history.
Yep.
Wow. That's not as shocking as number 2, which was Reggie White.
Yeah, that's a bad take.
And that honestly is the insight that is lacking in an AI, because even if you wanted to sell it on statistically, he wasn't as good in Green Bay as he was in Philadelphia, which is part of, I think, the argument there. And then he didn't live up to the hype of being the greatest. But you cannot overstate how important it was that Reggie White signed a free agent contract here.
Yeah.
Like that alone, matching the production, was a pretty big deal.
Just like Woodson.
It would have been... Have the Bucks ever had a big free agent signing? There's probably someone I'm just missing.
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head.
Is Eric Bledsoe up there? Honestly, talking about at the time, it was a big deal.
It was. You're right, because they lacked the point guard. You're totally right about that. But obviously, it did not produce maybe the championships like we expected. Drew Holiday ended up becoming that savior.
Was Oscar Robertson a free agent signing? I mean, right? Because he wasn't drafted by the Bucks.
I don't know. That's a great question. You might be right about that.
I'll Google.
There you go. I'm honestly looking it up I mean, because these are not free agents. I don't know why it's saying free agent signings unless I'm wrong here. Like, you didn't sign Michael Redd. Dan Gajaric, but he was on the team.
It's a heck of a name.
I love that guy. Bobby Simmons, I believe, was on the team. So, so I think they signed Bobby Simmons, who you do not know who that is.
Nope.
Bobby Simmons played for the Clippers, went to DePaul University, and ended up signing a deal with the Bucks at some point. So, point being, the Bucks, it would be like, I guess, it would have been like LeBron after leaving Miami coming to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Not only just for the athletic part of it, but for the holy crap, LeBron James is coming to play in Milwaukee sort of thing. And that, I think that's the fairest comp. It would be like LeBron James when he left Miami going to Milwaukee.
Yeah, and Oscar Robertson actually traded to the Bucks from the Cincinnati Royals. Traded Oscar Robertson to the Bucks, so even he didn't decide to sign with the Bucks.
Yeah, I thought at that point, I don't know if there was free agency. Remember, at some point, I don't know when that started. So Chris Mantois Waters chimes in with another good one that's not on here. Ryan Braun.
Yeah, it's tough. That's a tough one. But, if Brett Favre's on the list, Braun should be on there, too.
Braun was my favorite athlete in Wisconsin for a long time.
Were you crushed by the PEDs thing?
I was, yeah, honestly. Yeah. When I think I was like 12, 13. I remember the whole try cover it up with his STD story that didn't work out. That was bad.
And I will go every single time on this. Ryan Braun, the STD part, okay, or not the PED part of it, that's one thing. But
wrong acronym.
Yeah. But the other part of it would be... But you said STD, he tried to cover it up.
Because that's how he tried to excuse the PED positive test.
So, but with that controversy, it was not taking the PEDs. It was essentially trying to get a man fired and ruin his life to cover up your lie. Remember, Aaron Rodgers still doesn't talk to Ryan Braun. Last we checked, I don't know, Aaron Rodgers changes his mind left and right, however fits his mood that day. But because Ryan lied to him.
I thought we were going to get through a whole show without mentioning Aaron Rodgers. Almost made it.
But I would say that, again, my issue with Ryan was more not only just lying, but vindictive lying. You were costing someone their job and reputation to save yours. That to me is unforgivable. That getting caught up in taking PEDs in that moment, it happened. Lying vindictively and maliciously to almost cost someone their job, not forgivable.
It was very Lance Armstrong-esque, too.
Yeah,
the way he went after people, went on Oprah to go after people, I think, too. Yeah, it was Ryan Braun.
Braun did?
Braun did. Lance Armstrong did.
I don't remember an Oprah
The two were very similar. I don't think Ryan Braun was big enough to make it to Oprah.
Adam Madison chimes in, are you kidding me? Favre is the GOAT. Who would you rather watch? This is ChatGPT, Adam, if you're just tuning in. ChatGPT came up with the list.
This is not our fault.
So honestly, should we do our own list then? I think Brandon Jennings should be on this list. I think Ryan Braun.
I'd need more time than a commercial.
Should be on this list. But who else should be on this list? I don't want Terrell Buckley. I don't want him on the list. Tony Manders. I need something fresher. There's been fresher bust. 844-770-3776. Christian Yelich. 844-770-3777.
Right now.
Okay for his new standards.
He's playing good right now for his new standards. Playing okay for his normal standards.
844-770-3776.
He's hitting dingers. He's getting back to his old self a little bit.
5 years later.
3, but yeah.
Yeah, once they stopped tipping the pitches for him, he started slowing down a little bit.
Excuse me?
Well, he was accused by a couple pitchers of he was having pitches tipped for him.
Everybody was doing it.
And then after that happened, though.
Everybody was doing it.
Right, but just like Braun, when that went away, so did the power.
You're not wrong.
I'm never wrong. Let's throw some stones next. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Miss any of the show? Find full show podcasts free on Wisconsin On Demand and wherever you get your podcasts.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I think my battery's dead.
With free battery testing and charging, AutoZone is here to help.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
What if I need a new one?
We have the right batteries right here at America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone.
And what if I don't know how to connect it?
No problem. We have a how-to for you at AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Imagine you're looking at a balancing scale with everything you do for other people on one side and everything you do for yourself on the other side. If it isn't balanced, maybe it's time to spend a little more time on you. And therapy is a great place to start. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist online who can help you find that balance and stick to it. Visit betterhelp.com/score to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/score.
Life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance because you'll feel protected no matter how the wind blows. All so you can keep enjoying the home of your dreams. And our expert agents can help you save up to 23% when you bundle home with auto. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance. Get a quote? Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde. Show your excitement for the Brew Crew's return with Brewers Checking from Associated Bank. You'll get a one-of-a-kind Brewers Debit MasterCard, 10% off at the team store, and VIP treatment with Express Check-In through the Associated Bank gate. And for the ultimate all-inclusive game day experience for your crew, check out the Associated Bank Power Alley Group Space. Featuring a full buffet and private bar, the Power Alley overlooks left center field. And who knows, the next Brewers home run could be headed your way. Learn more today at associatedbank.com/Brewers. Member FDIC.
Just look at them. State-of-the-art Honda hybrids, making ecological art out of any conditions they encounter. Rugged, dependable, stylish performance with fuel efficiency and low emissions that'll make a tree hugger blush. What's this phenomenon you're witnessing? It's the future, today. Electrified driving built for Wisconsin. Get your Honda hybrid now at your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer. Honda gets Wisconsin.
I am the fittest, healthiest, and lightest I've been in years thanks to the team at Carbon World Health. Jim Rutledge here, and I've been working with Dr. Nestor Rodriguez and his training staff for years now, and I've seen my fitness and strength increase steadily. Now I'm seeing weight loss like I've never expected thanks to semaglutide. I'm dropping fat, not muscle, with this game-changing, FDA-approved weight loss treatment. Go to carbonworldhealth.com today to learn more.
The 2023 season is underway and Fun for All is back with the Forward Madison FC Family Special on sale now. Bring the family to exciting professional soccer at Breeze Stevens Field. Enjoy a ticket, Pepsi product, sandwich, and a Forward Madison scarf for just $21. Forward Madison has fun for the whole family. Enjoy Lionella Bessie, the team's dairy cow, our new kids zone, and more at every Forward Madison match. For tickets, go to forwardmadisonfc.com. Forward Madison, fun for all.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Toscher here for my friends at Kohler Services. Are you ready for a new shower this spring? Well, if you are, Kohler Services is a local end-to-end bath and shower design and remodel service brought to you by Kohler, a family-owned business in Wisconsin for 150 years. Kohler is the only manufacturer offering fast professional installation and care for life. Start enjoying your bath or shower right now with a special offer. Visit kswisconsin.com to request your free quote and tell them that I sent you. Again, that's kswisconsin.com.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Vote for Rutledge and Hamilton as Madison Magazine's best radio team beginning June 1st at channel3000.com.
Hit it.
Best of Madison. What's wrong?
I apparently had turned my headphones down because I didn't hear anything. And I was like, what is happening? Why is nothing going on? Best of Madison nominees, best radio team, because we do quality radio shows. Radio shows that my broadcast journalism or multimedia journalism professor and advisor would not be embarrassed that they helped influence. Absolutely, Alex Stroh. He's Alex Strofe. I'm Jim Rutledge. Matt Hamilton's in San Francisco. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. The Mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's Crush a Coors Light in celebration of being a Best of Madison radio team finalist.
Yes, Chris from Manitowoc Waters chimes in. We're asking you for the most overrated Wisconsin sports athletes. Glenn Robinson, that was one from Chris from Manitowoc Waters. And then the other one was Donald Driver. Good, but way overrated. On any other NFL team, he'd be good, not great. Jabari Parker got another name. Graham Mertz got a nomination. Here's what I will say. If you were really going to truly find out who the overrated athletes are,
I think Driver's a fair point.
And I don't have someone in mind, but look for the ones that do a lot of good media or good in the community, and then people overvalue them otherwise.
All those Wisconsin lottery commercials for Donald Driver. That's how he got into the
click it or
Packers Hall
ticket.
of Fame.
Click it or ticket.
Click it or ticket, yeah.
But just across the board, I mean, there's certain people that get a little bit of a pass in sports in general because if you're friendly to the media or friendly to fans, they overlook different things. So
yeah, I mean, Driver's an interesting poll. Friend of show, Donald Driver, may I add. But yeah, I don't know. It hurts me because I really like Donald Driver, but it's probably a very good pick here.
Yeah, I mean, if you're coming for it, like you got to come for like the real ones, like Brandon Jennings, Donald Driver.
Yeah, Jennings is a really good poll. That was well done by you.
And it would not be a popular one
Best
to put
of
out
Madison,
there,
Jim Rutledge,
because Brandon's kind of beloved at this point.
It's fair,
but that kind of proves my point. Beloved, but at basketball,
meh.
He was probably worse than Bledsoe, Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah, he was.
But he's beloved.
But he also didn't get the opportunities Bledsoe had. And I think that's why he makes this list from ChatGPT.
Dan Stoughton hates Terrell Buckley because he's chimed in now a second time with Terrell Buckley. Then he went with Glenn Robinson. I don't know. Was Glenn Robinson overrated? Now, because Glenn Robinson's biggest sin was he was picked number one when Jason Kidd and Grant Hill were available after him. Because for a number one pick, he's actually pretty successful. But the problem was that Kidd and Grant Hill went behind him. But I don't think Glenn Robinson was ever viewed as like a star. So like that's the trade-off of like people were very excited, but for his time in Milwaukee, his entire time in Milwaukee, in a different era than it is now, he averaged over 20 points a game. And he averaged about 4 rebounds and 3 assists. So 24 and 3 is a pretty good basketball player.
Yeah, I agree.
Is he overrated? I also just don't think he was beloved. Tractor Trailer could have been a guy.
I love that name.
Tractor Trailer.
You don't know who that is?
I honestly don't know.
So the Bucks, and this is not. It's not the Bucks were never going to take Dirk Nowitzki, but they basically traded Dirk Nowitzki, who they drafted for Tractor Trailer.
They traded the rights to Dirk Nowitzki.
Yes.
They traded the pick, and then they took Dirk Nowitzki, and he put on a Bucks hat, but he was never even remotely a Buck.
Yes. That kind of stinks.
True.
Yeah, it does. It hurts.
That hurts. Let's throw some stones.
The guys think they have the answers to everything.
I'm the best there is.
People like me. So it's time to put them to the test.
That's some booty, Jim.
You know, that's just like your opinion, man.
This is Throwing Stones, presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
All right, it is time to quickly throw some stones here on Rutledge and Hamilton. Each and every day, I waste a lot of time scrolling on Twitter. Leaves me with more questions than answers, and instead of answering those questions myself, I bring them to Jim and Strofe looking for answers. They'll score them throughout, or I'll score them throughout, and at the end, we'll crown a winner of Throwing Stones. So, I don't know if you guys saw this, but last night's NHL playoff game, Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals between the Carolina Hurricanes and Panthers, was the 6th longest game in Stanley Cup playoff history. It ended in 4 OT, 79 minutes and 47 seconds of overtime. The full game lasted about 2 hours and 20 minutes, started at 7 p.m. Central Time, ended around 1 a.m. Central Time.
Well, the game was a lot longer than 2 hours. Did you just say it was 2 hours?
Well, no, the actual game, actual in-game play was
I gotcha.
Almost 2 hours and 20 minutes. So, Strofe, I ask you, what's the longest you're willing to stay up to watch a playoff game that your team is in? Strofe, go ahead.
I'm staying until it's over. Look, that's as simple as it is. I got the notification when this game ended last night about 1 a.m., I wasn't watching it. I'm not a huge hockey guy. I'll watch the Stanley Cup Finals a little bit. But, yeah, if my team's in it, no chance I'm turning it off, right? If the Packers are in a playoff Sunday night game that starts at 7 p.m. and we're still tied at 3 in the morning, guess who's not going to sleep that night? This guy. Right? So I'm not going to bed. I'm not an old man like Jimmy who has a bedtime, right? Like, I'm staying up as long as my team's playing.
A tough guy over here. This is honestly, and shout out to our teammate Ken Levicka of FAU play-by-play fame. He does a show down in West Palm Beach. He asked this question after the game was over, because down in Florida, obviously, they're following the Panthers and the Heat. He tweeted this out. Be honest, and I think this is really how most people should look at it. You can talk a big game. But you're drinking Coors Light, hanging out, it gets late. Be honest, what parts of the Panthers game did you sleep through? And he said, I slept through second and third and the first 5 minutes of OT. Dozed off a few times in each OT, but I did see the game winner. And I think that would be the experience for most people, is that no matter how badly you want to see it, at some point, you could start to fade. Like during the Cubs with the rain delay and they ended up winning the World Series.
Yeah.
Maybe I dozed for like a second, but I had to get up and move around.
Oh,
because there was the rain delay, and then it's baseball, it's slow, and I had to move a little
Especially all those intermissions in hockey. I mean, that's basically 4 15-minute breaks just in overtime? I mean, you have to get up and move, otherwise
it's so crazy.
And Gretzky was over it.
Yeah,
I mean, Gretzky
yes.
in the in-between sessions was basically like, someone score a dang goal.
The game winner, Eastern time, for the Florida Panthers fans. And they're playing the Carolina Hurricanes, right? So both teams, East Coast times. 1:57 a.m. was the game-winning goal. So you're not even watching the post-game interviews after that. 1:57 is when the game ended. They're not even off the ice yet. That is nuts.
So basically 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
So that's why I love the honest response there from our teammate down in West Palm.
And I want to know the best part, he tweeted that at 7:11 a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, well, he's up and at him, unlike you. You know, not everyone can sleep in all day, too.
Wow, yeah, Stroke's staying
in
all day.
You shot at me a minute ago, like someone's going to bedtime.
You have a bedtime. I don't.
I take a shot back at you.
All right,
I'm up late. I slept on a couch last night. What do you want from me?
Yeah, fair. He was up watching some hockey. It's playoff hockey.
On the couch. Yeah.
My next stone for you guys today is that Jeff Bezos announced that he has landed a $3.4 billion contract, he and Amazon, to land astronauts back on the surface of the moon using his Blue Origin spacecraft. So that's that contract from NASA. So I'll ask you guys, in the spirit of today's show, is moon and space travel just overrated or underrated? Jim, I'll start with you.
I'll go with underrated, because obviously as a country we don't value anymore now that we're outsourcing it. I do think, and I'll tell you this, I'd much rather go on a rocket in a ship designed by Jeff Bezos than Elon Musk. One of them I actually think is competent, and the other one is more just a rich troll. So I would say that space travel for the rich is going to become more and more of a thing. So I would say it is something, because I do think that in our lifetime, that could be, I don't know if call it a vacation, but people could be like, I'm going to space. I'm talking about the uber rich. And that's our thing. We're going to go up. We're going to come back down.
Have you seen the movie Elysium with Matt Damon? It'll be a lot like where they live on a space station above Earth. That's just what I imagine Jeff Bezos will be one day.
That's pretty. I mean, he is an alien to begin with, so that doesn't shock me.
But a self-made man started selling books out of his garage.
Yeah, I mean,
he wasn't just handed
he's
money.
He's not Musk. Yeah, he's not Musk. You're right about that. Hey, no, I'm also underrated. Last night, actually, it's ironic you asked this. So I watched the Felix Baumgartner Red Bull skydive from space.
Oh, yeah,
So he's the first man to break the sound barrier. Dude, it is so wild. Like, he's flipping. He has no idea if he's even going to lie. Like, he says at one point in the interview, he goes, well, at this point, I'm thinking to myself, there's only one way the blood can leave my head, and that's through my eyeballs. And somehow he still found a way to save himself and ultimately complete the 60,000-foot dive. So it's underrated, dude. That was so wild. I watched that last night. I was freaking out. I've seen it before, but it was with him, his commentary in the background.
Wait, did he almost die during that? I didn't realize.
Oh, yeah, but he saved himself. He figured it out. He was like rotating, but there was no gravity yet, so he couldn't like quite figure himself out. It was wild. Space travel's crazy. I would do it if I had the opportunity. It kind of freaks me out, though.
Yeah, I think I would need this super rich money to have this super safe spacecraft. Otherwise, there's no way I'm going near it.
No, that's fair.
What I wonder is, and I don't know who's going up into space.
Hold on. Adam and Madison chimed in and just said, never been to the moon.
I don't know if that meant like
me neither. Adam.
Maybe Bezos and Elon have not been to the moon. Maybe they just gone into space. That's probably what he's referencing. I would assume.
I thought he meant like, hey, I've never been to the moon.
I assume that's where he was going. I don't know the space travels of everyone, but like to get the astronauts had to be in really good shape and they had to be super smart. Now we're just going to send anyone up. So that is a little bit concerning. I guess I don't know. Like, do you at least have to? You see people pass out like in the, and I understand there's obviously controlled cabins. What I would imagine is like an airplane, but you see like people in fighter pilots. You hit certain levels there and you just pass out. They're gonna have to work a little harder than at least we saw in the movies back in the day, is making sure these guys can handle the actual G-force. Is that what it is to get up into space?
Yeah, they're not going to be able to be like the people from WALL-E, the super obese cartoons.
Isn't the G-force the name of the Packers drumline?
Oh my God.
It is, isn't it? It's called the G-force.
I feel like you would know that
but
better than anyone else here.
G-force is the 1G is the force per unit mass due to gravity's due to gravity at their surface. So G-force is a real thing.
I have no idea what Adam and Madison is talking about. Now he just says, we have never left orbit, y'all.
Oh, Adam is saying that the moon landing was fake.
Oh, Adam, a conspiracy theorist. I love it.
Adam and Madison. Well, I'll tell you, Adam Madison didn't win throwing stones today.
He should.
Should we give it to Adam and Madison?
Never been to the moon. I thought he meant himself. He meant everybody.
All right, Adam and Madison, winner of throwing stones today.
I've also never been to the moon. Oh, my God. Let's do a show from space. Think we've got the technology to make that happen?
I think you have a better chance because, how old are you?
24.
24. So I'm almost 20 years older than you. And I feel like that 20-year cushion might be able to, maybe towards the end of your career, a remote broadcast from space could be possible.
That'd be so sick.
Wow.
So, like, if you were, let's say, 65 years old, that puts me at 85. Goodness. I don't think they're putting me up into space at 85. But maybe that's where they put the olds at that point.
Maybe that's the new retirement home. Go float around in space.
It's not in Florida anymore. It's out in the outer rim.
Float around, poop yourself, do what you got to do. You'll do that in a retirement home anyway.
Yeah.
Can I rather than your kids, when you get really old and grizzly and you know, saggy, Can I make the call to put you in a home instead of your kids having to make that call? Because I feel like you'd get pissed at your kids. Whereas me, I'd be like in my 60s, and I'd be like, yo, Jimmy, you've had a good run, bro, but it's time to go live in a home.
I don't think my kids are going to be in a hurry to put me in a home.
I think they will be. You're grumpy. I don't know if you know that about yourself. Think about what you'll be in 40 years.
I know, but look at it like this. Like, think about it for a second, Alex. Having to make that decision about your mom.
Yeah, that would suck.
I feel impossible. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue, and we can prove it. Follow the show on Twitter at Jim and Matt.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Gold medalist Matt Hamilton here to tell you about Wisconsin's best choice for roofing, siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors. I know they're the trusted local experts who consider customer service their #1 goal, but don't just take my word for it. Jake and Dawn are both recent customers who left 5-star reviews for the outstanding service and quality of work on their projects. Get a free estimate for your home project today by logging on to ridgetopexteriors.com. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com.
Legacy Exteriors. Just pick up the phone and let us leave a legacy on your home. Roofing, windows, gutters, siding, and decks. Can Legacy do it? You bet. Better prices, better warranties. Legacy always makes it easy. Go to legacy-exteriors.com. Legacy Exteriors. Just pick up the phone and let us leave a legacy on your home.
You can drive cutting-edge design. 2023 Audis are on the lot and ready for delivery. Take advantage of 4.99% APR financing for up to 60 months on select new 2023 models. See dealer for details and exclusions. $18.87 a month per $1,000 finance. No down payment required. Qualified buyers through Audi Financial Services. Offer ends May 31st. Stop in and test drive today. Check out our website to see the current inventory and our monthly specials. The search for your Audi begins and ends at Simbrick Audi of Madison, off the Beltline in Rimrock Road. Drive yours today.
I love being an orthopedic surgeon because I can help people improve their lives. My name is Ashish Raval. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Stoughton Hospital and the Ortho Team Clinic. My specialty is sports medicine, focusing specifically on the care of the shoulder, hip, and knee. So the goal for me is always to see patients who want to get back to their active lifestyle. The techniques that I use now allow patients to return back to their activities, including sports, faster than ever before.
Learn more at orthoteam.com.
Your friend could tell you to go to TLC Laser Eye Centers for LASIK. But when your eye doctor tells you to go to TLC Laser Eye Centers for LASIK, you book your consultation. TLC has performed over 2.3 million LASIK procedures nationally, and that includes treatment for over 10,000 doctors. LASIK takes minutes, with most patients back to normal activities the next day. So come see why TLC Laser Eye Centers is the doctor's choice for LASIK.
Right now, TLC is offering $1,000 off their Wavelight laser when treated in May. That's $500 off per eye. So call 888-TLC-2020 or visit saveontlc.com. That's saveontlc.com. The doctor's choice for LASIK. Must mention this promotion and be treated in May of 2023 to qualify. $1,000 off for both eyes on standard Wavelight price. $500 off for one eye. Cannot be combined with any other offers. See details at saveontlc.com.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Carbon World Health.
Come on, swing.
Sweet sensation. Oh, my mic's on. Sorry.
So I work out at Carbon World Health. I just dance around with my shirt off and work out over at Carbon World Health. But despite that, you still should go to Carbon World Health and
just avoid me.
Yeah, just don't come on the times when I'm there dancing around, working out shirtless. Yeah, I don't think they let you do that there.
Probably not.
I haven't tried it, but I'm not one, and I'm getting a little more fit. I'm not one to wear tank tops or sleeveless shirts. I'll wear them to the beach once in a while, but I always feel ridiculous in them. But working out, same thing. I just wear a shirt from Iron Jock. I like wearing my Iron Jock workout shirts over at Carbon World Health. Sign up for the 6-week experience. That way you can have the full experience of Carbon World Health. You can experience working out there. You can learn about semaglutide, which is what I've been taking for a while now. I'm down to 200 pounds and basically 10% body fat, in the best shape probably in my life, but at least the best shape since I turned 30, and I'm 43. So Carbon World Health has changed my life. They can change your life as well. Go to carbonworldhealth.com. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. He's Alex Strofe. I am Jim Rutledge. Matt Hamilton.
Yeah, you are.
San Francisco.
Yes. Jimmy, how are you? What are you doing this weekend? It's Friday. The vibes are high. I'm feeling good. We're coming off of fun throwing stones. I laughed so hard last segment I cried. I'm feeling great. I'm excited for the weekend. Dude, listen to this. So I've got Guardians of the Galaxy tonight in Madison.
All right.
Going to Milwaukee tomorrow for Marquette graduation. My girlfriend's cousin is graduating.
But why are you saying that's fun?
Because I don't have to go to the graduation. I'm just there to party.
You don't have to actually show up to the graduation?
That's my understanding. I may still go. I don't really know.
It's like going to a wedding, or not going to a wedding, just going to the reception.
Yeah,
just
right, exactly. So I'm just I'm under the understanding I'm just showing up for the after party, which is great. I love Milwaukee. I haven't been there in months, so I'm looking forward to that. Spending the night. I got a free hotel out of it, by the way. Hello. Come on now.
Hey now.
And then Sunday, I've got nothing planned. I'm just going to hang out on Sunday. Well, I got to drive back, but it's going to be a great weekend. I'm excited. Beautiful weather, it looks like.
Yeah.
We're officially in the time of the year where the weather is awesome.
I agree, and I'm really hoping I'm through this cold, because we could ask this as another Iron Track poll question. What's the worst time to have a cold?
Summer.
Winter or midsummer?
It's summer. It's summer.
Because today, if this was the winter, I would just shut it down when I got home, and so I wouldn't be productive, and I wouldn't have done much of anything today either. But we're having family over, which should be fun. My oldest turns 10. It'll be on Tuesday. She turns 10. But we're having our family over, my in-laws over, and my parents over. My brother's going to come up with his wife, so that'll be fun. We don't get to see my brother as much, and kids always enjoy seeing him, my parents, and all that. So that'll be fun to see all them. They might be going to see a movie. Rosie, my mom, and Tanya might be going to see a movie on Saturday. Then I'll figure out what to do with Nola and my dad, and we'll go out, get a bite to eat, probably maybe north and south. Then we'll get a bite to eat, and then Sunday we'll have the party and hang out. So really, I just want to feel better on Saturday. But tonight I'm going to go home. I have more yard work to do. But that was my point. With a cold in the summer, it's at least nice enough outside, and it's usually something you have to be doing outside to like get things done. So I have to go home and continue to do yard work to have the house ready for a bunch of people over. At least I got enough beer. I got plenty of Coors Light for everyone.
There you go. It's always a positive.
But I don't like graduation, even just being around it. I get to like have drinks and everything like that, but it's so formal.
Yeah, it is and it isn't. I'm under the understanding that this is going to be a big shindig, right? Like, we're going to go out, we're going to bar hop, we're going to stay out late.
Oh, you're bar hopping. I thought it was like at someone's place.
No. Well, we're in a hotel right downtown, like right by Pfizer.
Oh, so this is a college graduation, not high school?
This is a college graduation.
Oh,
yeah, this is
gotcha.
Marquette University. Yeah. So their graduation is at Pfizer, I believe, tomorrow. Maybe I am going. Look. All right, Jimmy, you'll understand this. Ryan, you're single, right? Am I understanding you do not have a girlfriend?
Very, very single.
You're alone.
Yes.
You're alone in this world.
Oh, incredibly, yes. I go home every night and sit in the dark.
Sorry, yes. Just wanted to clear that
I
out.
don't even know how to respond to that. But, Jimmy, you'll understand this, I think.
Let's not talk to the lonely guy.
Yeah, you're out of this conversation.
Weirdo.
Doesn't want to get laid. Weirdo. Anyway.
This guy thinks you have to be in a relationship.
No, I don't. No, I do not think that. But anyway, you'll
tell me
understand
you've been in
this.
a relationship for a long time without telling me you've been in a relationship for a long time.
Well, this has become uncomfortable. Your wife, does she make a lot of the plans that weekend plans? I mean, is she in charge of that most of the time?
No, she usually is telling me I need to come up with something.
Okay, but when it's like a plan regarding her family, maybe I should say that might be a better place to walk towards.
Yeah,
because this is
like
obviously
for
her
like
side of the
Mother's
family.
Day. I was like, it's Mother's Day. What do you want to do?
Right, but so obviously this has just been on her calendar, and I just don't really know what I have to do. All I know is I have to show up. So maybe I am going to the graduation. Maybe she's told me. It may have gone in one ear out the other. I'm known to do that from time to time, and by time to time I mean all the time.
Dude, again, this cold thing, like my wife, I think she's going to kill me because I'm already forgetful. And with this whole foggy brain thing, it is a disaster.
So what my point is, you're going to understand that, like, I just know I have to be in Milwaukee at some point tomorrow. Don't really know what we're doing. So everything I might have just told you for the last 5 minutes might be a lie. I might have to go to the graduation. We might have a formal gathering. I don't really know.
But like graduation, like school, like those sort of functions are just brutal. They're brutal to be in it. Like,
oh yeah, I mean I said it earlier this week. I think the two worst formal gatherings to go to, in no particular order. Well, you'll understand the order: funerals and graduations are the worst two things to sit through.
Yes.
Like if you have to go to, because I went to UW graduation last week, and I had to sit there for like an hour and 45 minutes and it wasn't too hot. It was cloudy, which was nice, but it was still like I'm hungover. My head hurts.
You don't care.
I haven't
you
really
care
eaten.
about one person there.
And they don't even announce the names at UW. And I don't know what they do for Marquette. But there's so many people graduating. It's just speech. Turn your tassel. Throw your hat. Go meet outside.
I don't know if they announce my name at FAU or if they just put. I know they at least put it on the screen.
Yeah, they had a program that every name was in. But I mean, there's at least 1,000 names, if not more. So you can't announce all those. That would take way too long.
Probably have less speeches.
You could. I mean, you could do that thing in 30 minutes.
Yeah,
efficiently, right? They had the former attorney general under Obama speak, and it was a good speech. And then they had like their class president spoke, and I got to be honest, I just tuned it out. There was another like class representative speech I kind of tuned out. Just like, all right, I'm ready for this thing to be done after 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Who cares what the class president has to say in college?
Right, because for a fact, 90% of the student body doesn't even know who he is or
90?
she is.
99?
At UW, you're probably right. It's probably closer to like 98. Yeah. I mean, if you're involved in some sort of campus, you were a UW grad? You have any idea who your senior class president was?
I don't remember what his name was, but he gave an electric speech at our graduation.
Well,
he was
that's
actually
good.
really, really good.
Well, good.
But I don't remember his name or anything he
But
did
you
while I
didn't
was
know him
there.
outside of that?
Not at all.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like that doesn't shock me at all.
Like I mean, it meant a lot to graduate college. That was very cool. But also, like, they make it so miserable that I kind of hated being there. Like, while I'm sitting there, I'm like, this sucks.
Mine was quick, but I went to a small school, right? I went to Stevens Point, and and it was COVID period, so I graduated in 21. But they still had a graduation, but they broke it into like 4 different ceremonies. So there was only probably 250 of us. So it was quick. It was like, all right, speech, chancellor speaks for a minute. They call the names, final speech, throw your hat, get out of here. Hour long. It was great. It was efficient. It was good. Speeches were good. It was all good in my book. But these big universities, which I'm kind of jealous I didn't go to a big university because I lost some of that experience. I would have loved to go to college in Madison, but I just was not nearly smart enough. But I live here now, so it's fine. But I would have.
Be smart to live here.
No, but to go to college here, you do. To go to college here, you do. And yeah, so I missed out on that. But no, those are boring, man. It's just like, oh, it drags on and on and on. And then obviously we know why funerals suck because somebody you love died. But yeah. So I think those are the two worst social gatherings. That you're like mandatory.
Yes, is it worse to be at a funeral of someone that you actually care about or someone that's like ancillary? Because then you're kind of going through the motions. You have to like fake it. We can talk about that on the other side. This is Rutledge and Hamilton presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Miss any of the show? Find full show podcasts free on Wisconsin On Demand and wherever you get your podcasts. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
This Badger Minute brought to you by the Nitty Gritty, home of the award-winning Gritty Burger and the official birthday place. Enjoy a unique list of craft cocktails and craft beer in downtown Madison, Middleton, and Sun Prairie. The Nitty Gritty, a tradition since 1968. Former Wisconsin basketball star Sam Decker is making a mark overseas in London. Decker led the London Lions to a BBL title this past season, alongside another former Wisconsin basketball player, Jordan Taylor. After the championship, Decker was named the league's MVP and signed a 3-year extension with the London Lions, tying him to the team through the 2026 season. Decker was a first-round NBA draft pick in 2015, last appeared in the NBA in 2021 with the Toronto Raptors, and has been playing overseas since.
Get 0% interest for up to 48 months at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and have everything installed in as little as a day. Visit PellaWI.com.
What's your thing? Are you looking for a new, refreshing, sunny ale to ring in the summer? Or do you want to turn it up with a big, hoppy IPA? No matter the style, Sierra Nevada's Little Things Party Pack has something for everybody. Crack open a couple of IPAs with the original hazy or the big imperial. Then bask in the sunny citrus wheat and wild sour ales. Enjoy 4 styles in 12 cans with Sierra Nevada's Little Things Party Pack today.
Listen to me along with Matt Hamilton every Thursday at 2:45 for your chance to win a case of Sierra Nevada's Little Things Party Pack. The gold medal-worthy variety pack features 4 styles, 12 cans, and endless good times. Whether you like the hoppy IPAs, crisp ales, you'll enjoy anything in this party in a pack. Listen every Thursday at 2:45 for your chance to win some free beer. This month, it's Sierra Nevada's Little Things Party Pack. 2:45 every single Thursday.
Zimbrick Chevrolet.
When was the last time you had your oil changed or your tires rotated? Do you need new tires, a battery, perhaps some windshield wipers? Zimbrick Chevrolet Service Center is equipped to help you with routine maintenance, major repairs, and everything in between. Get your free battery inspection coupon and schedule an appointment today at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Don't overpay. Shop Zimbrick Chevrolet on Main Street in Sun Prairie.
Main Street, Sun Prairie. Zimbrick Chevrolet.
Meet Joe A, Joe B, and Joe C.
What's up?
3 everyday Joes perfecting their banking with Chase. Joe A is locking his lost debit card with the Chase mobile app. Joe B is cruising toward his new ride with AutoSave. And Joe C's Chase banker is helping him budget to go back to school. Tools that help protect. Support for what's next. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase. Make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Messaging and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Hello there. My name is Seychelle, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the punch of flavors that's unlike any other. You get the crispy tenderness of the chicken and that hint of sourness from the pickles. Ta-da!
Hey, I'm Juan, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is you know you're going to get chicken that's crispy, golden, and juicy. This is the gold standard of chicken sandwiches.
Order the original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
Matt Hamilton here to tell you about my friends at Revive Restoration. Nobody plans for accidents to happen, but when they do, you can count on Revive to be professional, efficient, and detail-oriented as they make things right again. Revive Restoration.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Medicine.
Think about it. There must be a higher love down in the heart or hidden in the stars above. Without it, life is a wasted time. Look inside your heart and I look inside mine.
Go to ESPNMadisonOpen.com. Sign up, play some golf with us, get some Coors Light. That'll be July 17th at Trapper's Turn, ESPNMadisonOpen.com. He's Alex Strouf. I'm Jim Rutledge. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue this weekend. You know what to do.
Oh, and I'll do it a million times over. I'm going to crush Coors Lights.
Did we take the signage from...
I was just about to ask you that. That's really funny you said
It's
that.
not on me to do that. I don't know.
Well, I left before you.
I left right behind you.
So
I, too, had to go
Was
somewhere.
I carrying a big banner?
Well, we as in, like, you're here today. Do we see the banner? I just showed up for the show. I feel like we didn't take the banners. That's a big F.
We'll get them later.
All right.
We know where they're going, worst case.
Where are they going?
Back to our pals at Coors Light.
All right. You're not Hamilton. You're Stroh. He's Stroh.
Much more handsome than
I
Hamilton.
am Rutledge. I don't know. He's that Instagram model posing from our good friend Matt Hamilton. Adam Madison chimed in with a question. Can you explain something like glutite? The easiest way to do it is it's an FDA-approved weight loss treatment. I basically take a shot once a month, and I work this out with Dr. Ness Rodriguez, of an amount of the semaglutide that doesn't affect my body in any way, so I don't have any side effects, but also helps me lose weight. And that's the number we came up with. And it's basically a thumb prick or a thumbtack sort of. That's the length of the needle, and you inject it into your stomach area. You squeeze your belly fat, and you put it in, and you don't feel it at all. And then, honestly, because it's not very big, and you squeeze your belly fat.
I know, but like I'm terrified of needles.
Same, and honestly, not even.
And
a thing.
in the tummy, that seems, but it's
Again,
working for you.
You squeeze the fat, you don't even feel it. It's not in the tummy, so it's
Because it
super
works.
easy, FDA approved. But then, basically, what it does, it suppresses your appetite a little bit naturally. Because it's just slowing down how you're like digesting the food, not in an unsafe way. It just slows down your digestive system, so then you are eating less, so then your stomach naturally shrinks. So that's how it has long-term effects. And then in the short term, it helps you burn fat, not muscle. And so that's like the easiest way to explain it. And when you got to work. You can lose weight without working out, and but if you work out, you can lose even more weight. And I can lose more weight, but that's why I always talk about the body fat percentage, because when I'm at 10% body fat, that means I'm carrying a lot of muscle, and muscle weighs more than fat. So if I really wanted to, I could get myself down to a lower weight, but then I wouldn't be working out as much, carbon as much, and I like to have some muscle. I'm an old guy. I need some muscle. I got to have something going for me, right, Alex?
I guess so, Jimmy.
Yeah,
Dr. Jim Rutledge.
I got to crush the golf balls there,
I can't believe I whiffed 8 times last week because that you were allowed to get away with whatever you wanted, and you said to us no less than 5 times. Yeah. I'm just this Carbon World Health. It's making me so much stronger. I'm hitting the ball so much further.
It is a real thing though, because I haven't gotten to X golf as much as I want to after working out at Carbon over the last I would say 3 to 4 months, really focusing on it, and so, but even the range of the shot, like you hit the ball flush and it's like, oh, I just hit it farther. Just like with basketball, I'm struggling at times too when I'm releasing it, if I'm jumping, I have to do a little bit less now, which is a good place to be. It's a very fun place to be because I also know when I'm picking up my kids or carrying stuff around the yard, it's a lot easier too. So again, change your life. Go to carbonworldhealth.com. Enjoy your weekend. Everyone have a good time. Matt Hamilton will be back on Wednesday. Don't forget, in June, vote for us, Best of Madison Radio Team. Thank you to everyone who nominated us. It'll be really fun. We'll have some fun videos around it. But thank you for nominating us for Best Radio Team in Madison, Best of Madison. Alex, enjoy your weekend.
You too.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything.